professional ballerina / government spy.
And my name's Gary Petersen, and I'm a professional ballerina understudy / government spy.
That's right, know your place. Welcome to our production of Swan Lake. Unfortunately, we had a last-minute venue change because Gary and I came to at about 3 this morning in here, which is, from what we can tell, a locked basement that's slowly filling with gas, and it smells like ham, so I'm presuming there's a ham cooking upstairs. In any case, we'll be unable to make our original scheduled date for Swan Lake at the Staples Center. So if you've received this link, thank you for expressing your interest, and we hope you enjoy the show anyways.
When we came to, we found 3 pinatas with clues inside, and a note that said, our current president, Ronald Reagan, is in danger.
That's right. The date today is March 30th, 1981. A date that will go down in American history for probably nothing. Do you mind if I talk a little bit about... Can I give a shout out?
Please do.
Okay, so I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my boyfriend. He's a lovely man. His name is John Hinckley Jr. You might not know his name yet, but he's going to be really famous one day. He's interested in film, particularly Jodie Foster films, and I think that if he's watching right now, and I'm sure he is, he's very supportive, he'll be on his way to rescue us from this basement shortly. Don't you agree?
I definitely agree.
He's a great guy and a hunk.
And I think if there's one thing that you need to know, it's that you're a part of this too. During the show, you get to choose what happens next. We have interactive choices and one landline to call one person. So, I want to give to you your first choice for us. Should Jamie perform the next dance with her head wrapped in masking tape, or play the part of the prince wearing a Ronald Reagan mask?
Well, this is just fun, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Very fun. Man, there's not a lot of oxygen in this room. Before we get to your votes, we'd like to introduce to you our interpretation of Swan Lake. If you're not familiar with the story, we're going with how it was originally written, which is on a haunted dairy farm, and the lake is full of milk that's getting pretty old. We made a short cartoon to explain it to you, so please enjoy the cartoon.
The thing that most people don't know about Swan Lake is that it actually takes place on a haunted dairy farm. Does that mean the lake is full of old milk? Yes, it does. Swan Lake is about the prince of a haunted dairy farm who is getting married the fuck off by his horny mommy at a party. Every girl at the party wants to be the milk mommy princess, but the prince wanders into the woods instead of making out with literally anyone he wants to. He sees a swan in the woods and he's about to harpoon her when she turns into a hot broad, and he's like, the bird was secretly a sexy broad to kiss? I love this lake. So the broad says she's under the spell of a titty milk
wizard who made her a milk guzzling swan by day, smoking hot broad by night. And the prince was like, well, it's night. So they got crushes on each other and everything. But then the wizard shows up and he's like, no dice, you want this broad, you're gonna have to drink my milk. And this milk is gross, but it's true love. So Prince goes to mommy and says, I want to marry the bird. And she says, grow up, you can't marry a bird. So he goes to another party. And the wizard comes with a different hot broad. We call her the Black Swan. And this lady she's something else. She has a doctorate and a great ass and made the wizard titty milk look good. So the prince is like, yeah, forget the bird. And she's like, okay, I'm the king now, drink that milk. And he's like, yeah, sure. And he drinks the evil titty milk. And then the wizard says, hey, dummy, you drank the milk now. Why would I give you the bird? And he's like, wait a second. And she's like, bye, bitch. The bird is like, man, I'm sad you like the other broad. It's time to kill myself now. So the prince runs after the bird girl, and she's like, you pissed me off. Now you gotta watch me die and drink all this milk. And he's like, damn, this haunted dairy farm really is haunted.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that cartoon. I don't know about you, maybe it's just the lack of oxygen and the room rapidly filling with gas, but I think that made a lot of sense. What do you think, Gary?
Worked for me.
Excellent. Good enough. So actually, could you reveal the votes if you remember? Our first interactive vote is should I perform my first dance with my head wrapped in masking tape, or should I wear a mask I made of Ronald Reagan?
It looks like the people spoke, and you have to wear this mask of Ronald Reagan.
Excellent. He looks so happy. This is going to be fun, I think.
I think he's going to be a great president.
We don't know. Well, Gary, why don't you go over there to your tower, and I'll get started. So while I'm dancing, Gary's actually going to be using his skills as a government spy to do a little bit of research on how we might get out of this basement, because it's getting hot and I'm getting a little bit afraid. So the first dance is when the white swan meets the prince in the middle of the woods, and he says to himself, "Hey, I'd like to have sex with this bird." And she's like, "Maybe." So anyways, when I'm wearing my regular outfit, I'll be playing the part of the white swan. But when I'm wearing this, I'm gonna be the prince. Okay, let's start the music for the second dance. next goes. If we could just cut the music on that. Well, that was fun, wasn't it?
Jamie.
Yeah, it was a...
I don't want to overstep my bounds, but...
Don't. I'm bigger than you, remember?
I always remember.
Yeah.
You don't look good. You should stop. We're wasting oxygen by doing these dances.
First of all, I look great. And second of all, the first rule of show business, as we very well know, is that even if you're facing certain death, you've been kidnapped by presumably the government, and the president's life is on the line, you finish the goddamn dance, Gary.
You're right. I'm sorry.
I know I'm right. Well, why don't we take out the pinatas? This feels tense.
Absolutely.
Okay, so if you could just grab the pinatas, and while you do so, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my beloved John Hinckley Jr. John Hinckley Jr. is really just the most wonderful man I've ever met in my entire life. He's very sweet and sensitive, too, and why, just last night, the two of us were sitting on the couch that we sleep on and eat on and pretty much live on, and I was feeling troubled. I had a bad feeling. And John came over to me, and he said, "Jamie, what's troubling you? You seem troubled." He being a very sensitive man. And I said, "Well, darling, I couldn't say. But if I were to guess, perhaps it has to do with the fact that our home is now wallpapered with pictures of a young Jodie Foster, and there's literature about murder just all over the place." And he looked at me and he said, "Jamie, you dumb bitch, I'll love you just as much as I do right now until the day I die, which could be tomorrow for both of us." Anyways, I don't know what he meant by that last part, but I think it's wonderful. Love is a great thing, you know, and you can be the most capable ballerina/government agent in the entire world and still be taken on an emotional roller coaster that's extremely traumatizing by a young man with lots of promise who is a sociopath and dresses like an off-duty magician.
When we came to this morning, we had these 3 piñatas. The head of John Hinckley Jr., your beloved.
He's very handsome.
The head of Jodie Foster.
Sure.
And our current president, Ronald Reagan.
Can I just say, the Jodie Foster one is extremely ugly.
That is correct.
She is my nemesis. Let's take a vote, shall we?
I think we should.
Okay. So just so you know, it was detailed in the note we were given that inside 2 of these piñatas is a clue to saving the president and to escape this basement, and in one of them is certain death. We don't know which is which, and so we're turning to you.
So, with your help, it's time to choose. Should we punch open one of these heads and risk Jamie and my life? Or should Jamie phone her only friend, her dad, for advice? Choose now.
Thank you so much. And actually, if we could just get the piñatas out of the way, the next dance is the dance of the Black Swan. So I'll have to do a quick costume change. Just so you know, the dance of the Black Swan is when the wizard dispatches another bird for the prince to be interested in having sex with, he being a bird sex pervert. And the wizard's goal is to draw the prince away from the white swan. So the Black Swan is a very seductive character. Gary, while I get changed, why don't you just talk a little bit about your process, okay?
It would give me purpose to tell the world.
That's great. We're wasting oxygen. If you could just please get started. Thank you. Whew.
What is an actor? When is an actor? It's questions. A lot of what script interpreters do is take things and reshape them, because there's 2 types of people in this world. There are people who are actors, and then there's everyone else.
Okay, can you just go over a little bit?
Just a little. Okay.
Yeah.
When you are performing or preparing to perform, you need to ask yourself these questions.
Okay.
Number 1,
I'm almost set here.
who are you? Number 2, Do dogs keep their eyes open when they kiss us because they love us but aren't in love with us? Number 3, spider webs. Number 4, Tragic Kingdom. Number 5, Hella Good. You have to look.
Okay, we're just about ready here.
You're, okay.
If we could
Just another.
cut the bullshit.
Okay. All right. I'll go back to it.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not feeling so great, I gotta say. Do I look okay?
You don't look that good.
Okay. It's fine. Some basic gingivitis problems. I should be fine. Okay.
We should really reschedule.
What are we gonna reschedule, Gary? Seems like we might die in about 20 minutes. So why don't we keep this train moving, and we're gonna show you the dance of the black swan, the seductive dance where she tries to have sex with a man. Start the music.
Are you okay?
Let's just stop the music really quick. I think that went pretty well.
You're bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, well, I'm just really getting into the part, you know?
I think that this dance is very good and you're very talented, but we need to stop because we're wasting oxygen with every movement, with every song. We are putting ourselves together in danger, both of us.
Gary, we're already so close to being done. There's just a few more numbers. I just say, let's wait it out. You know, this is fun. We're having fun. I'm having fun. Are you having fun?
I'm having a lot of fun.
I'm having a lot of fun. We're having so much fun. Hey, why don't we reveal the vote?
There's so much gas in here.
Yeah, there's a lot of gas. Hey, why don't you go get the pinatas, okay? Okay. Well, we hope you enjoyed that dance. I don't remember what happens afterwards, but I'm sure that we're gonna live for a long time. Okay. So, Gary, can you let us know which pinata are we gonna be opening?
Well, you spoke, we listened, now we're reporting it back to you at this very moment, starting now.
You're wasting oxygen.
It looks like Jamie's dad is going to get a call from us.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's just grab our phone. Hi, Dad. Hi, yes, this is Jamie, professional ballerina / government agent. and daddy's girl. Okay. So we actually we're in a bit of a tight spot here. Gary, you remember Gary? He's the one who's smaller than me. We have 3 pinatas, and we've sort of got to decide which one we're going to open. So your options are my boyfriend, John Hinckley Jr., who you very much approve of, our new president, Ronald Reagan. We don't know how he's going to do yet, and Jodie Foster, who, I don't think she's as hot as everyone says. What do you think? Okay. All right. We probably won't ever see each other again, and I think you're hot too. Okay, bye. Bye forever. Well, that was my dad, and he chose Jodie Foster. So, I personally would love to punch Jodie Foster's head. Do you mind if I do the honors?
I think you should.
Okay, all right. 1, 2, 3. That felt good.
It looked good.
Thank you. All right, well, it looks like we have a clue in here. Seems to be some sort of note. All right, well, I'll read it. It says, Dear Jody, there's a definite possibility that I will be killed in my attempt to get Reagan. It is for this very reason that I'm writing you this letter now. As you well know by now, I love you very much. The past 7 months, I've left you dozens of poems, letters, and messages in the faint hope you would develop an interest in me. Although we talked on the phone a few times, I never had the nerve to simply approach you and introduce myself. Besides my shyness, I honestly did not wish to bother you. I know the many messages left at your door and in your mailbox were a nuisance, but I felt it was the most painless way for me to express my love to you. I feel very good about the fact that you at least know my name and how I feel about you. And by hanging around your dormitory, I've come to realize that I'm the topic of more than a little conversation, however full of ridicule it may be. At least you'll know that I'll always love you. Jody, I would abandon this idea of getting Reagan in a second if I could only win your heart and live out the rest of my life with you, whether it be in total obscurity or whatever. I'll admit to you that the reason I'm going ahead with this attempt now to make you understand in no uncertain terms that I am doing all of this for your sake. By sacrificing my freedom, and possibly my life, I hope to change your mind about me. This letter's being written about an hour before I leave for the Hilton Hotel. Jody, I'm asking you to please look into your heart and at least give me the chance with this historical deed to gain your respect and love. I love you forever. JHJ.
John.
JHJ. It's funny.
Is that John Hinckley Jr., your boyfriend?
That John Hinckley? No. He's on his way to come rescue us.
That's right.
Do you know any other JHJs?
None that I can think of right now.
Okay. Do you mind if I'm gonna take this one? Do you mind?
Sure.
Yeah. Could you do the next dance? I'd really appreciate it.
Yes.
Okay, great. Gary, please don't fuck this up.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry everyone, Gary's gonna do a dance now. Please don't hold us accountable for the results. You can start the music. That was terrible. That was very bad.
I'm sorry.
But I have worse news. I figured out who JHJ was.
Jasper Hill Jiffy?
No.
Jin Hao Jun?
No.
Jim Henson Jerk?
No. But funny.
Jeff H. Jr.
No.
Bing Crosby?
No.
Jill H. Jizz?
No. It's John Hinckley Jr. I know. It's kind of funny because we thought, he was coming to get us, and he's not coming to get us. He's got a crush on Jodie Foster, which I don't, what does she have that I don't have? What? Money and a brain?
That means that he's not coming for us.
Nope.
That means that we're alone here in a gas-filled basement.
Yeah.
That means we're going to die here, and we've been wasting oxygen this entire time with these pointless dances.
Okay, Gary, why don't you calm down? I think that, let's just go down in style, What does it matter? Okay. Gary's been, all right. Hey, let's bring out the pinatas again. This is gonna be a hoot. So in one of these is a clue, and the other is certain death. Although at this point, it seems like we're gonna die anyways. I say, what are you about doing John Hinckley Jr.? I really want to punch his head.
We should ask the crowd.
Alright.
It's your time to vote again. Whose head should we punch open next? John Hinckley Jr. or President Ronald Reagan?
John Hinckley Jr. President Ronald Reagan could be a very good president. We don't know. It's only 1981. Hey, Gary, do you want to show another cartoon?
I would love for that to happen.
Okay, let's show another cartoon. Previously, I was very excited to watch this cartoon, but now I know the truth, which is this cartoon is about the most deceitful motherfucker living. Please enjoy this cartoon, a brief biography of John Hinckley Jr.
And now a biography of John Hinckley Jr. John Hinckley Jr. was born on May 29, 1955, and is best known for being a great guy who's fun to be around. His parents are John Hinckley Sr., president of the Vanderbilt Energy Corporation, and Joanne Hinckley, a homemaker. He grew up in University Park, Texas, where he played basketball, football, baseball, soccer, and hockey, played the piano, and was elected class president twice. He was prescribed antidepressants and tranquilizers as a teenager in the 1970s, which, as we know, were prescribed and functioned very effectively, and there was no stigma with depression or psychosis at this time. In 1976, Hinckley discovered his passion, film. Not Jodie Foster, film is what he said when he saw the movie Taxi Driver, a movie Jodie Foster happens to be in, starring Robert De Niro's Travis Bickle, a character who happens to be planning to assassinate a presidential candidate. As a troubled young man with more money than he knew what to do with, Jodie Foster playing the role of a wildly intelligent child prostitute did not make him horny at all. When Jodie Foster went to Yale in New Haven, Connecticut, John Hinckley Jr. became such a huge fan of film that he moved to New Haven to learn from her at a distance without her knowledge. It was also around this time he met a young and vulnerable-looking ballerina named Jamie, who was actually a government agent with her friend Gary, who was cool. In spite of his ongoing depression, John Hinckley Jr. bought guns. Lots of guns. For what? John Hinckley Jr. wasn't sure, but he knew he had to get Jodie Foster's attention. Because he was such a big fan of film. He was going to assassinate the president because of his being a big film fan. Which brings us to today, March 30th, 1981. John Hinckley is 25 years old, improperly diagnosed and treated, and was mysteriously missing last night when his government agent ballerina girlfriend and her friend Gary were kidnapped and locked into a basement that's slowly filling with gas. We expect a bright future for him.
Hi, welcome back. Boy, that was a real salt in the wound, don't you think?
I think it's okay.
I've been coughing up a storm. I'm trying to bleed my body dry. I'm ready for death. Hey, Gary, why don't we reveal the next vote?
It looks like they've chosen to punch open, you've guessed it, John Hinckley Jr.
Thank you so fucking much. I'm really looking forward to doing this. Do you mind if I do the honors?
Please.
I'm just gonna... clue. The assassin has made his wish clear. There's only one way to save the president. Punch open the last pinata for further instruction. So, there's just certain death left. That's the last pinata.
Yeah.
Gary, I mean, you must have been ready to die for a couple years now, right?
Ever since I became an understudy, I've been ready to die.
Yeah. And I mean, I let you dance and you blew it, so now you know for sure you never would have made it. I thought love was real, but it turns out it isn't.
You know what is real?
What?
We can save somebody. We don't have to die in vain.
Who?
We can save Reagan.
The president, who we don't know if he's gonna do a good job yet or not, because it's 1981.
Nancy is so pretty.
Nancy's so pretty. Gary, are you ready to die?
I've been ready for a while.
I kind of figured. All right, let's do it. Oh. Huh. It's a gallon of milk. Oh, wait, you know what? I know exactly what this is. This is like Swan Lake, where at the end, the white swan has to drink all the milk to save her beloved prince, and then then maybe we'll save this guy.
There's a lot of gas in
There's a lot of gas in here. It seems like it makes some sense.
But
You know?
I think you're onto something.
I think that this sounds like a very good... Okay. You know what to do. Let's do Mission 666.
Got it.
All right. Now this will be the final dance in Swan Lake. It's our finale, and to save the president, I'm gonna drink all this milk. Okay? Great. All right. Let's get started. Start the music. Okay. That's good.
trust you with my life.
Okay, I'm gonna put this turkey baster in my asshole, and I need you to dispense it. Is that okay?
All right.
You cool with this? This is fun, right? This is fun with friends, and we're gonna save the president. It's gonna be fun, right? I feel fine, I think. All right. Gary might want to look away. Okay. Ow. This means I'm ready. Ready? Is it done? I think it's done. Gary, do you want some? No. Okay. Okay.
Bravo.
We did it. That felt great.
You look great.
We're gonna save the president. We did it. Hey, Ronald Reagan, have a good presidency. We're gonna give you a chance, and we think that
Watch
Nancy's
out.
really pretty. Hey, John Hinckley Jr., I just drank a gallon of milk, and I'm gonna throw up soon. I hope you're very happy.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. Hey, quick question. How would what I just did, prevent the president from being shot by my boyfriend, John Hinckley Jr.? Just really quick. Now that I've sort of...
Now that you say it, I think it wouldn't.
It probably wouldn't. Well, we almost finished the show, right?
I mean,
I'm ready to die. What about you?
I think it's about time we embraced it.
There's one more dance. Let's just finish it. Let's just finish it.
Why?
Because I'm bigger than you, and I have a knife in here somewhere. I think that's enough reason. I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna do the last dance.
Should we give them an option?
I suppose it's time to present the last choice.
The last choice of the night is who should survive at the end of this cast? Jamie or Gary?
At this point, please pick me. All right, Gary, why don't you go back to your tower and just think. And in the meantime,
I'm gonna do the last dance of Swan Lake. It's called The Death of the Swan. If you can start the music. Gary, read to me.
Elisha and the Syrians, Kings 6:1. And the sons of the prophets said to Elisha, "See now the place where we dwell with you two is small for us." Then one said, "Please consent to go with your servants." And he answered, "I will go." It's pretty good.
Read me the one about the idiot with the boat.
And a giant boat you shall make, and bring along your friends, but only 2 of them. And make sure you keep track so they don't get overcrowded. There will be a buffet.
Gary, I never liked you. And I dislike you so much that telling you I dislike you is the last thing I'll ever do. Why don't you say something to commemorate my death?
What is it ye would see, if aught of woe, wonder, cease your search. From the next door, coveting ham, and arrived, give order that our bodies high on a stage be placed to the view. And let me speak to the yet unknowing world. To see things came about, so shall you hear of carnal, bloody, and Jodie Foster related acts, and of casual slaughters, of deaths put on by cunning and forced cause in the upshot purposes mistook. Fallen on the inventors. All this I can truly deliver.
Is anyone in here? Your ham's all burned.
Oh. Well. You can probably eat Jamie's body if you'd like.
Hey, why don't we roll the last cartoon?